This week on Smacking Off the Podcast, Shannon Russell and Landon Beamon unite for a super podcast segment to discuss LSU at Alabama. Timothy Bailey drags 3 coaches through the donkey stable with an all-new "Your team sucks donkey balls." Gabe Griffin gives his take on Auburn at Texas A&M. The Battle of the Glorious pits number 4 seed Landon Beamon versus number 12 seed Jerry Looney. And don't miss an all-new Pike's predictions with Justin Pike.
Smacking Off the Podcast.
And welcome back to Smacking Off the Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Madden. I'm joined with Doug Phillips, my co-host and producer. Doug, what is going on?
Oh,
I definitely need my whistle tonight, I see.
if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we've ever had Shannon Russell and Landon Beamon on the same podcast. Am I right?
That's not true.
Oh, is it happening?
You're wrong, and you know it.
No, I don't remember.
No.
When did it happen?
I mean, I can't tell you exactly. I mean, we've been doing the podcast now. It's crazy. It don't seem like it, but is this 3 or 4 years now?
It happened last year. She was on it last year. We were trying to figure out her favorite sex position, and she was too big of a wuss to even say anything about it.
That was your first one last year, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because for a while...
Sure.
We've done a couple.
Just wouldn't admit it. Wouldn't admit it. Don't know.
I already know what it is.
No, Landon remembers what he said on that podcast.
I bet add order on those.
Change the narrative.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
We're going to beat their ass in recruiting. We're going to beat their ass every time they see us.
Exactly.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Wrong thing. What? Fuck you.
The first time I ever asked Beamon to come on a podcast with you, he just said, nah, fuck her.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. Didn't you?
I did.
I remember what he said because I was shocked.
What did he say?
I'm not repeating it. Ask him. He knows what he said.
What is your favorite sex position?
I mean, that's not what you said.
I mean, that is
So
the
you
ultimate
wanna talk
question. What is your favorite
You want to
sex
talk about
position?
being scared now?
We've
Admit what you said.
always wanted to know. What is your favorite sex position?
We
Never
discussed
wanted
this.
to say.
We discussed this on the in the group when we got in a fight. Remember?
No, I don't.
Y'all were in a fight? I didn't hear about that.
Was it? You mean
Yeah,
like a fist
yeah.
fight?
Yes.
No, I
Like
think
Justin and Timothy
no,
Bailey.
like-
And it ended roughly the same way, I think.
Yeah, I basically make her leave the group. She gets upset, sends a novel through
That's not
Messenger,
why I
and then
left
we
the group.
come right
I
back.
left because y'all kept muting me and deleting my posts like children.
Oh, do I need
I don't care what he
Oh,
said.
that was
I know what
crickets.
happened.
That
What was crickets?
That was a little short crickets. You knew exactly what I was talking about. Do I need to get him in here?
What are we talking about here?
He wants to try to pretend that I left the group
Miss
because of him.
Russell. Miss Russell loves to talk to Mr. Well, used to, shall I say? Now that's water on the bridge. But he's blocked on her end.
What?
She's still upset.
Wait, what?
What?
I didn't catch any of that. Repeat that again.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
I'm going to play
Didn't
Battletoads.
know
did.
what?
Of course you did. You didn't
I
know
missed
that.
all of that. I'm
course you did.
totally lost. Seriously.
All right, let's
Repeat that
recap.
again.
Let's recap. What happened? Sorry, I walked away for a minute.
I'm playing Battletoads.
Shannon had her little. Tell us, Shannon.
What?
No, I'm not getting into
Whoa,
it.
whoa.
Here we go.
We came here to talk about.
I never had anything to do romantically or sexually or otherwise. Me and friends, we gave each other a hand job one time, and that was it.
That was after Russell, then.
Okay, I'm going to play Battletoads now.
Oh, somebody sounds jealous.
Start. When's the last time you played Battletoads? Battletoads is amazing. This is like
I'm
the
going to
most.
correct this for the record,
It is a
though.
good
I did not
game.
leave because of Landon. I left because I kept
God,
deleting my
Shannon, you
my
leave the
posts.
group, you come back, you leave, I'll make you leave after this podcast. You'll come right back. We'll be in this same scenario.
That's
You
right.
leave.
I,
You just
I
leave.
have that prerogative. I have that prerogative.
I never leave.
I have that
I'm right here.
prerogative.
Here I am. What's up?
Oh, man, I ain't played this in forever.
Get mad, leave. Get mad, leave. Like a little baby. Get mad, leave.
Yep.
Are we doing this right now? Do we have to do this right now? This is about, we have some very important things to talk about before everybody gets upset with one another and starts just jumping off and leaving. And I want to talk about this upcoming game because this is very important for both programs.
Talk about other things.
Alabama is fighting for a potential possible trip to the SEC championship game with a very, very tough, hard-fought game against Georgia, possibly. Cannot overlook this game at all. This is a very, very tough, just a brutal LSU squad coming into this game undefeated. LSU is still undefeated, right?
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, COVID.
They're really, really a good team.
Is it COVID? Did COVID do it?
Are they going to cancel 2 years in a row?
COVID.
I mean, they pretty much canceled the season, so I mean, might as well.
That's not working.
I just heard a whistle.
I didn't hear y'all blowing my whistle.
Yeah, that's a rape whistle.
It must be Coach O with a rape whistle.
What's this one do?
Flag on the play.
Oh, okay. I can be Venom with this one. Let's try. Oh, yeah, I get to be Venom. Oh, wow, that's scary.
We really should do audio and video on the podcast.
Is that the mask?
If we're doing that, then I'm
used to rape that poor student. Oh, okay.
I don't think he had a mask on. I think she knew exactly who was doing that.
Might as well, dude.
Did y'all see my post that I posted about an hour or so ago about Bama being under Title IX investigation for?
God, I don't read such filth.
Breaking news: every single college in the whole United States probably has a Title IX allegation going on. But the problem is,
did you even read it?
Can we talk about Tuskegee Institute for a moment? Tuskegee's got several against them. Let's
Jacksonville State.
Do we have any Tuskegee folks that we can reach out to, Doug?
Alabama A&M. I bet they all do.
The Commodores.
I like the other one better.
Not the Commodores of Vanderbilt. I'm talking about easy like Sunday morning Commodores.
You're treading on dangerous territory because I'm kind of quasi related to Lionel Richie right now.
You are.
Hashtag lifestyles of the rich and famous.
How so?
Well,
hashtag lifestyles of the rich and famous. Yeah.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous. You got it.
Landon's probably gonna get blocked again after the podcast. Just FYI.
Wow.
Why are you gonna block? Why are you blocking Landon? What is this? What is this?
Shannon Russell blocks Landon. Water's wet.
Why are you gonna do that?
And then he'll beg to be unblocked again.
The baby. That's why she still has that tire swing in her front yard.
Because it's fun.
Oh wow, this one's nice.
That's Gomez Adams.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why she still has that tire swing swinging in her front yard on that white house.
What? I didn't hear you. Speak up.
You heard me.
Gross. That's gross.
I did not
don't like
hear you.
that
I heard
one.
White House. I didn't hear what you.
Something about a tire swing. Do you,
Yeah, Shannon's a baby. That's why she still has that tire swing swinging at the front of her house in the front yard.
I would hang a tire swing on my tree, but I'm afraid that it might tip over.
The tree?
So let's talk about the LSU Bama game being canceled.
That's not going to happen.
No, they're going to play that game. LSU is going to lose that game fair and square. Oh, wow, that's tricky.
Okay. You're hoping anyway. You're hoping it's not a repeat of.
Are you still going to the? Are you still going to the game like you claimed you were all off season, or is that now fake and not happening?
I might. Why do you want to know?
I'm just asking. You said you were going to the game. Matter of fact, you even said you were going to the game with your father. You told us about it 100 times. So dude, I'm just curious if you're still doing that.
Dude, your eyes look fucked up, man. What the fuck? What filter is it?
I've been drinking a lot of coffee.
I got you.
Will I get a picture of where you are sitting? Because I'll be sure to send one to you. I won't have a problem with it.
You'll be blocked, remember?
Y'all need to unblock each other and sit together at the game and then do this on the podcast. That would be so sweet.
She would be so scared to see me.
Hold up.
I think y'all would have a wonderful time.
Hold up 1 second. Shannon, you can't block him from live. You can only block him on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, from real life, though, maybe you can't block people from life. Hang on, I'm going to play Battletoads for a minute. You can get a restraining order. Shit, I'm getting my ass kicked here. I'm dead. I'm just going to give that up. Shit.
Y'all could get rid of me forever. See, I told y'all.
All
What
right,
are you
then.
doing? He didn't take his Adderall tonight.
I can
I don't take Adderall.
You need to.
I'm not on drugs. Not on a lot of drugs.
I can tell that this is going to be a really good game from all the excitement that we've all displayed tonight on this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many key player positions, and
she's real pumped.
yeah.
She's so pumped
Are
she's
y'all
not
going to
going to
the
the game anymore.
What is this one doing?
Of course we are.
I didn't
We
say
support we support our football teams. We don't just support them 1 year and then bail on
Landon,
them
I
when
go
they
to a
suck.
lot of games.
Shannon
I go to
Russell.
a lot of games. Landon.
Shannon
Win or
Russell,
lose.
you got the
No, you
floor. Here's what I want to do now. You go ahead
wow.
and tell us what LSU needs to do to win this game.
Shannon Russell lays out a plan for an LSU victory over Alabama. Next on Smacking Off the Podcast.
Visit the Smacking Off the Podcast Amazon store for awesome collegiate apparel. And help to support the podcast by making a purchase. Go to smackology.life/Amazon.
What's so funny, Doug?
I'm just waiting to hear.
I mean, if LSU plays the way they did against Florida and y'all play the way y'all did against Florida, there might be a chance. We'd usually play very well in BDS. I mean,
What's Florida got to do with this?
But we have a lot of injuries.
All
Not
things
using
are measured
excuses,
against
but-
Florida this year.
Ah,
But we, it all depends on what LSU shows up. I mean, their best game was against Florida, but that was at home, of course.
Yeah, they gave up 42 points. Real great game. Congratulations.
I mean, of
Huge,
course, the main
huge
thing
game.
is, I'm talking right now. Do I need to use the whistle?
yeah,
You might,
yeah.
you
Use
might
your
want
white
to.
whistle
I
one
think
more
an
time.
LSU football
Blow that
player
whistle
just
real
raped
quick.
another
Hurry up.
student. Go ahead.
I got a whistle you can blow.
Now, can I continue? You asked the
That-
question. Can I
That's
continue?
a
Yes.
starting DB out already.
Doug is
There we go.
listening, but Madden and Landon want to keep talking. So anyway, now the main thing is our O line. If they block for Max Johnson or whoever they put out there, they play a lot better. I mean, that's a given. That's any team. It makes a huge difference.
I picked the
So
wrong week
the
to
O
quit
line
drinking.
can show up
Yeah.
and block.
You can
the
start.
quarterback.
You can start back anytime you want to, Dave.
That's what I was thinking.
If we get our running game going like we did against Florida, because our running game was really weak most of the year, it'll at least be competitive, But Max Johnson can't do silly things like fumble the ball before he even moves half an inch. So that's the key things there is the O line's got to show up and block for the quarterback. Got to get our running game going. We have a really good running back. I mean, tight end that Saban wanted really bad. Price. So
Did you just say Ty Davis Price was a tight end?
Yes.
Ty Davis Price is your starting running back.
Why does that matter?
She just
He
said
plays
he
for-
was their
he-
tight end.
He plays for LSU. I mean, I don't see why any of this matters.
Do you watch your own team?
She was
He
making
could be
a
there.
sexual,
hold on.
sexual reference to him.
What did I say?
You said Saban wanted a tight end of ours, Ty Davis Price. Is that not what you said?
Okay.
He's your starting
What is
running
that?
back. He's the guy that ran all over Florida you were just talking about. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ.
What are we doing here? What's going on?
Why are we here? Why? For fuck's sake. Just stay home. Just stay home. Make a pot in the witch's broom that you got going on. Make some jambalaya, some shrimp and grits for the fam. Don't come. Just stay. Enjoy yourself.
Shannon, do you
I
do
was trying
shrimp?
to talk.
Oh,
You
blow your whistle again. Hurry up.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
Blow
going
the whistle.
I will edit in whistle blows.
Blow the whistle. Blow the whistle.
What's
Come
it?
on, blow it.
It's raining something on your screen, Madden.
It's raining men.
It was purple rain.
It's raining a beautiful man, Shannon, and everybody.
I love this. This is. I'm finding out all these little filters that the kids use on the messenger.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you could do any of this.
I cannot hear Beamon.
Why not? Did you mute him?
She did. She went ahead and blocked him. She preemptively
She
blocked him before the end of this call.
She got upset.
Upset about what? I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, okay,
That's
say
a
it
good
again.
cup of coffee.
Did you not just say Saban wanted a tight end for LSU and you said his name was Ty Davis Price?
I said Price.
Price, right?
Yeah.
Ty Davis Price would be your running back.
What is that?
I think Doug's asleep.
For real.
Doug, are you awake? Are you still with us?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Really bad.
This is
Hey,
what you
Doug,
call,
what's up,
I
man?
got proven
Hadn't
wrong.
talked to you
I
since
don't
that
know
one
what to
time.
say. You just said Tyrion Davis Price was your tight end. You don't even know the position of literally your best
I look
current
great.
healthy offensive player. You don't even know it. And you're an LSU fan. What are you doing? What's going on? You need to stay home in your house, in your little white house with that boat across the street with the tarp over it. And you need to enjoy some good home cooking Cajun food for the weekend. Let me save you a trip to Tuscaloosa. Just let me save you a
Oh,
trip.
this is pretty.
I'm just letting him have fun.
Shannon, again, you can dish it. You can't take it.
Blow your whistle.
You can't take it. I got you froze like hell right now.
Don't make me have to
You don't
edit
know what
in
to
like
say.
90 whistle blows. Blow your whistle.
Well, it's echoing on my end, but we're probably going to lose. So there's nothing to discuss.
Today, Junior.
As much as I
Doug.
would like to
Yes.
talk shit and
Don't I
say
look pretty?
that we're going to win, we're not going to win. So,
Let me look. Hold on.
But I'm looking forward to next year
What
and
the
our new
hell,
coach.
man?
That's one thing I can say.
Oh,
You look
Jesus.
boy-
Do I
Isn't that
need to get
pretty?
you a
Yeah, you're kinda hard right now, aren't you?
Jersey?
No.
Wait till next year. Do we need to ship you some red and black to trade out for that purple and gold?
Red and black.
Yeah,
You said,
red and black.
said wait till next year, so I figured I'd ship you, do the nice
That's what the
time
Georgia
thing
people wear. The
Yeah.
dogs. They call them dogs down there.
Dogs.
No, I'm not going to pull for the dog.
Why not? I'm
So
going to
buy
dick
you
out for the
bagels, You
SEC.
want to pull for the dogs and wait
You
till next year every year?
If Georgia beats Alabama, you're not going to make any posts about it?
No, God, she'll freaking.
I'm sure I
she'll go
will.
in-
Oh, I'm definitely sure you will, like 3 minutes before the end of the game.
She'll look like an
I'm sure
LSU
you sure
football
will.
player when they see a hot student at the bar.
Yeah,
You-
gas rolls everything around me.
You did pull for Clemson for a while, remember?
Oh God.
As a joke. Just to get under y'all's skin.
That wasn't a joke. That was when you and Dane were dating. You and
Did you ever
Clemson Dane.
Who?
Did you
You
ever
and
wear
Clemson
that?
Dane.
Did you
There's
ever
like
wear
I
that
didn't
Florida,
date
that
Dane.
There's a
Florida
demon
gear
behind
I
you,
shipped
Shannon.
you?
Yeah.
What?
Hashtag fake profiles. That's what it looks
You ever
like.
wear that? You ever wear that Florida gear?
I'm
I
taking this
shipped
thing
you?
off speaker. Why aren't y'all asking Beamon how Bama's going to win this game?
All right.
Since y'all took
Apparently
Clemson.
you can.
Because we already know how Bama's going to win this game. I mean, this is a no-brainer. I mean, really, we're only just talking together because really, I mean, we all have a vested interest in pissing each other off. I mean, that's really the reason that all of us are here on this call. Let's be honest about that.
I'm just here to record. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, Doug's neutral. He's Switzerland here. I'm kind of Venezuela.
I expected more of a challenge here. I really did. I'm very disappointed.
Landon, go ahead and do
I
what
told
she...
you the game was getting canceled. I said that from the get-go.
Landon, go ahead and do what she said. Tell us what Alabama needs to do to win this game.
Show up. Just show up a little bit. I mean, just throw the ball a little bit, score a little bit, we'll win. The best part about it is Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous will be front and center for this game. 35-yard line, club level seats. Be sure to send a picture and a video.
Well, I posted videos of me at
I know.
the game. I guess I wasn't in Family Smack when that happened.
You must not have.
I did. I'm in Family Smack.
I've never seen
You
them.
saw it in Universe. You saw it in Universe.
What the hell
I was at
universe?
the LSU
We're on
game. I posted.
sweetheart. We are on planet Earth.
All right, so I know that nobody's blocking anybody. We're all going to be friends after this. I can feel it.
Absolutely.
He's dying to see me in Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
Prove me
When
wrong.
when y'all do this, y'all have got to go live in the group.
Yeah.
I'm down. But I mean, obviously, she's not going to come. I mean, damn.
Oh, we know you're down with it. We know.
Yeah, she's going to stay right there in Livingston.
I didn't hear you. What did you just say?
He just gave out your home address.
We'll see you, Russell. Roll fucking Tide.
Roll Tide. What?
VidGo is not just a streaming service, it actually replaces your conventional cable or satellite package. For just $10 for the first month, you'll get 95 channels, including all of the ESPNs. And it's only $55 a month after that. You'll save a bundle with VidGo. All you need is broadband internet and a streaming device, and you're ready to go. VidGo, stream it like a pro.
Go to www.smackology.life/vidgo.
Non più tra I farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, ma ci settuato giro d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo,
Welcome, college football fans, to another weekly installment of
Congratulations, you lost.
And your team is accidentally lost. Please welcome our resident psychology ST Timothy Bailey.
Starting with the first one, let's talk about Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen, if he didn't go to the SEC championship last year, I would say it's a foregone conclusion that he could lose his job this year.
I think he should lose his job. His interviews are bullshit. I mean, the things he's saying, you could tell the culture there at his school, on his program, just isn't correct. After the loss to Oklahoma last year and after the loss to LSU last year, the way that he behaved in the press conference just gave a childish vibe. A vibe of excuses and as you know, a childish culture full of excuses is not winning on a football field. Yeah, he has a losing record. What's he lost? He's only won 4 of his last 12 games or something like that. I mean,
yeah, it's pathetic.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely abysmal. And the University of Florida can do better. Obviously, he's always had criticism for not recruiting well, but when you get 11-2 seasons, you can kind of get forgiven for not recruiting well or recruiting to standard, whatever. I mean, it's not like he was recruiting bums, but he's not recruiting to standard at Florida, but you can get excused for that if you're 11-2, right? And you're 11-2 again. And then you win New Year's 6 games. But when you get embarrassed the way, and it's one thing for Dan Mullen, and I don't want to be on this too long about the Oklahoma game, but last year, obviously, he talked so much shit with his team that his backup linebacker, who barely played in that game, by the way, felt the liberty and the ability to have so much confidence that he could just talk shit, in a press conference, even though he's not even one of the ones that has to back it up. And then to pretend like they didn't care afterward, it just doesn't sit well. Nationally, it doesn't sit well with his players. How are you going to tell your players all week, hey, we're going to kick their ass, we're going to kick Oklahoma's ass, we're going to kick this team's ass, and then go to the post-game press conference and say, yeah, our B team played. What? So the number 2 man, I decided to give Scott Frost a reprieve this week, but Jim Harbaugh, man, it's been a long time since I talked about Jimmy. We had Franklin on last week, man. It's they need to send the money in, right? So they don't have to be on here.
I'm sure the last time you talked about Harbaugh was probably the last time they played a decent team.
Probably. Now, I will say, first off, I want to preface this. They got hosed in this game, bro. Like, they had a 16-point lead afterwards, so they should have won anyways. But they had another touchdown that should have counted for them earlier in that game, and they got hosed on. And without that, Michigan State has no chance to come back. So I do want to preface this with they did get kind of fucked. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but
I did not see the whole game.
So Michigan got a strip sack for a touchdown. And then on review, they overturned it and said the quarterback's shin was down, but there's no angle that shows what the ball's doing. And it looks like the ball was probably moving. And so, for them to overturn it was just bad. And everybody.
Yeah, you're supposed to have conclusive evidence. to overturn. If there's not conclusive evidence, you have to go with the call on the field. Is what I've always heard.
Yes, and first of all, there was no conclusive evidence that his shin was down with the ball in control, and it looked like the ball wasn't in control when the shin was down. So I don't know how they managed to overturn this call. It was a pretty bad overturn. It's not the worst call of the weekend, but it was up there. It was pretty bad. Get some fucking wins, bro. Like, how do you blow a 16-point lead?
I don't know. It's something that we've come to expect down the stretch.
You outgain your opponent by 200 yards and you fucking lose.
I mean, this could have been the year, and it still can be the year. He's still got a lot of opportunity. I just don't see him beating Ohio State. But
no, it's Ohio State's too well-oiled of a machine. So, but, you know, listen, Jim Harbaugh's still a good coach, okay? Like, that's not the issue with Jim Harbaugh. The issue with Jim Harbaugh is he loses these bigger games, okay? Jim Harbaugh's a damn good coach, all right? No matter what anyone has to say, the proof's in the pudding, man. He got Stanford to a fucking Orange Bowl and a Fiesta Bowl berth. Like, it's not like this guy's a bum, okay?
Right.
But, you know, we got to see more, Jimmy. Your brother's a Super Bowl champ, man. Like, are you even allowed to pass the potatoes at Thanksgiving dinner? It's Matt Campbell, man. I mean, you know, you look at college football and you say, hey, who's the most disappointing team? And obviously, first thing people are going to think of is Clemson, right?
Mm-hmm.
But secondly, you got to think of Iowa State, man. Like, Iowa State is just shitting the bed against opponents they shouldn't lose to.
It's getting predictable, isn't it?
This is a good team. It's weird because, like, you know, they just had a big win against Oklahoma State, so you're like, okay, they steadied the ship, man. Now they're good. Now it's full sail ahead for Iowa State, right? That's what it looked like to me. You know, this is a team with, again, 8 or 9 guys that are going pro this draft. Like, this is not an untalented team. This is not just a ho-hum Iowa State team. This is a team loaded with NFL talent on it. This is not a joke team. Like, this is not it's Iowa State. Like, no, this is a loaded roster. This team has NFL talent on both sides of the football.
I mean, I think that Campbell's future, I mean, you've got to look at what's going on with this. I mean, if you're a big-time program, I don't know if you want to take a chance on this guy.
No, you're right. Like, it's risky because it's not like, listen, you build up a lot of credibility, and first of all, Matt Campbell's done such a good job at Iowa State that they have expectations. First of all, you know, that in and of itself points how good of a coach Matt Campbell is as a whole, right?
I agree.
Like, but now that he has expectations and he's expected to win, I mean, you go to Iowa, you look like you can run the football at literal will, and you choose to put it in the air and you turn it over 4 times that way stubbornly, right?
How many losses do they have now?
They're a 5-3 football team. They're still a good team. They're still probably going to give Oklahoma trouble. They'll probably be 7-3 going into Norman and ranked. But that's not good enough for a team of this talent, man. It's not.
I agree. A lot of hype at the beginning of the year, and
right, and they deserved it. It's not like it was it wasn't fluff. They deserved the hype. They have the roster they have, the talent they have, the coach they have, the way they ended last season. The hype was well deserved. It's not like it was just misplaced and it's bullshit and everyone should have seen this coming. Like, no. Like, anybody who was smart and understood college football should have thought this team would be really good.
How about the Friday night before the Ole Miss Liberty game? Hugh Freeze and Lane Kiffin hitting the titty bars.
No, that's pretty funny. Listen, I think this is an interesting game, Liberty and Ole Miss. Not that interesting because I think Ole Miss will win pretty handily, but you know, we'll get to see the two of the guys who could be drafted first in the NFL draft play against each other. I mean, neither of those guys are really that good, but in terms of NFL draft stock, but you know, one of them might be the first pick taken for quarterbacks just because of the class, you know.
Right.
And I assume Spencer Rattler doesn't go pro. If Spencer goes pro, I mean, he'll kill them in the combine and probably pass all of the quarterbacks. But, you know, for right now, Liberty is, you know, they're 7-2 group of 5 team. It would be hilarious if they beat Ole Miss, but they won't.
What else do you see?
Wake Forest travels to Chapel Hill to play North Carolina, who, by the way, is favored in that game by 2.5.
Which, that's a head scratcher, but, UNC, they're capable of going to Tallahassee and getting their ass handed to them. So,
for sure. And the one thing about North Carolina, they're another team you can put in that Iowa State category where you expected more. But, I honestly think North Carolina probably does win this football game against Wake Forest. Wake Forest has played with fire all season long. We obviously know how untalented they are on defense. They can't stop anyone. And North Carolina, they've got a good offense, and they've played better in recent weeks. Obviously, their most recent loss was a close nail-biter to Notre Dame, who's, starting to become a better football team. They're obviously top 10 in the country. So I think North Carolina probably does beat Wake Forest. Wake Forest has been shaky all season long, and traveling on the road to Chapel Hill, I think this is definitely that seems like they're due for a loss. I think a lot of these top teams can lose this week. Is what's interesting.
Anyway, one more game before we go. One more game to discuss.
I know which one you're going to ask me about.
Auburn going to College Station.
So A&M's favored by 4.5. I would bet the opposite of that all day long. I think Auburn wins probably pretty convincingly in this game. Texas A&M's not a very good football team. They caught Alabama off guard. People just want Texas A&M to be real good because everyone predicted Texas A&M to be real good. Texas A&M is not real good. Alabama just fell asleep at the wheel against a team that's bad. A&M's going to get their asses handed to them.
Okay,
I don't see any way it doesn't happen.
So you're making a double prediction here then. You're predicting that Auburn beats A&M at College Station, and you're predicting for a very big Iron Bowl.
Absolutely. I think the Iron Bowl would decide the SEC West.
Right. Okay, we'll see if that plays out like that. I'll talk to you next week.
Yes, sir.
Help support Smacking Off the Podcast by using our affiliate links to purchase great products and services. Go to our affiliate page at www.smackology.life/support. There you will find links to awesome affiliates like Dish Network, GameStop, CBD Universe, Thrifty Car Rental, Hulu, Showtime, Curiosity Stream, Vidgo, Credit Monkey, Best Buy, New Balance, Overstock.com, Amazon, and Mint Mobile.
We got a big game to talk about, a really big game. For me personally, and I think you and I have discussed a little bit about it, probably yours too, game of the week.
Absolutely.
Auburn travels to College Station to take on Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M Aggies. We are joined with our frequent Auburn contributor. Gabe, what's up?
Thank y'all for having me on again. It's always a pleasure.
Gabe McClellan, of course, has been on numerous times. Excuse me, Gabe Griffin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got my Gabe.
Got your Gabes mixed up.
Gabe Griffin, of course. I can't forget Gabe Griffin. Gabe Griffin has given us some absolute wonderful dirt on the goings-on down in the plains. And I'm talking about some dirt. I'm talking about some nasty-ass mud with cigarette butts and cum in it.
But there's plenty of cum with Tuberville's wife.
Well, he's a senator now. You got to watch what you say. You'll have
you don't want the FBI to come get me.
Secret Service on your doorstep at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's usually when they get there, either 5 or 6, and it's usually either 5 sharp or 6 sharp. They never show up a minute before, a minute after. They knock on the door very politely. They come in.
I'll offer him a beer. Maybe we can talk this hash this out like men.
Yeah.
Are you a Trump fan? You a Trump guy?
I'm leaning DeSantis now. I like DeSantis now. He seems like a good guy.
He's a big Trump guy. So if you kind of talk pro Trump with him, you might stand a chance for all that nasty shit you said about his wife or whatever. That's not what we're here to talk about tonight. We're here to talk about the upcoming Auburn Texas A&M game. What is your initial thoughts on this? Because Auburn's coming in with some really big balls, but that so is Texas A&M.
See, what's worrying me is that you can't talk good about Auburn. You always got to talk them down. And I'm sure you've seen all the game day where they always pick Arkansas, they always pick LSU, they always pick Ole Miss, and
look now,
and that's one thing that
totally relate to that. So
Yeah. that's one thing that's been looming big is like if you doubt Auburn, we can come in and beat you. But now that we're getting some hype, that's when I'm a little worried because Auburn, we never do good with hype. Jeremy Johnson in 2015
refers to that as rat poison.
Yes, and everyone's talking about is that we're going to run it in November. I'm like, I don't know, but A&M, I don't really think that we match up well against them because they run that same kind of thing that Georgia does, where they just line up and just beat you down, and we just don't do well versus those teams. As you can see, when we play a Big Ten team like Wisconsin or Northwestern or Georgia, we just don't match up well against it. I don't know what it is, but we just don't do well with it. Have you
watched any Texas A&M home games this year?
Yeah, I watched some of the Bama game, and I watched some of the Mississippi State game.
That's a loud place. That is
it is.
Look, Auburn gets loud too. Don't get me wrong, but man, College Station.
Yeah, I mean, it don't matter if you're up 49-0 against them; they're still getting loud and rowdy. Very passionate fan base. I don't really like Jimbo Fisher at all, and I hope that we do beat them.
I'm with you on that.
I mean,
something about Jimbo just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, well, especially the 2013 Florida State game, but yeah, ever since then, he's been on my shit list.
I bet Shannon Russell would love Jimbo Fisher down at LSU.
Well, then they can go 8-4 there too.
Yep.
Amen.
I mean, Jimbo, it was a miracle that they beat Alabama, and I was really hoping that Alabama would go ahead and just stick it to them. By this point, I wouldn't care if Bama beat them one another natty.
I'm not going to say it was a miracle because they really caught Alabama with their pants down in that first half. And Alabama deserved. And this is coming from a Bama fan. Alabama deserved to lose that game because of the way they played that first half. You don't ever get down like that. For a Nick Saban squad. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you really got to look at it like this. So Bama got what should have been a wake-up call in Gainesville. And if that wasn't enough to wake them up, they needed to fucking lose.
Yeah, you're right.
But
so,
anyway.
that is what it is. This is a revenge match of sorts for Doug and myself. Your guys need to go in there and make this happen, man.
The thing is that we had the revenge factor coming into College Station. Their quarterback is, iffy, if that's what you can say about him. I mean, it's either really good or really bad. Played really bad against State, played really good against Alabama, and he's just a game manager. And we've held teams to 50% less rushing yards than the average this season, even Georgia. And we're really good at stopping the run, passing, and not so much. Our DBs are suspect at best, especially Smoke Monday. I know everyone loves his name, but dude gets burnt like toast every other week.
How much NIL money is he making? Smoke Monday.
He's got to be bringing us some change. I follow him on Instagram. He doesn't really say anything, but he's got to be making some change with that name.
He probably doesn't say anything because he's instructed not to. Both Alabama and Auburn have been very surprisingly very drama-free as far as off the field bullshit.
Well, I know Bryce Young is breaking in about $2 million.
Yeah. That's good money. That's good money for how old is he now?
19.
Oh, yeah, he's a baby.
He's a baby. Baby's making more than what we'll make in our whole lifetime.
Cash money millionaire is what he is. You didn't think I knew about that, did you? Yeah, I know I'm a white dude, but man, I know a little bit of money about Cash Money All Stars. Come on now.
All right. I respect that. I respect the hustle.
I was listening to a lot of Tupac at work today. A lot.
Oh, yeah. Bo Nix, he's also playing a lot better. That's another thing that's looming big for Auburn is, well, he missed some deep passes against Ole Miss, but, I mean, weather was pretty bad. Other than that, I just don't like the matchup. I don't like that they ground and pound. That's something that we just don't do well against.
Have you checked the weather forecast for this game in College Station?
Yeah, it's supposed to be sunshine and rainbows.
Oh, sunshine and rainbows. That's a good, beautiful weather to beat Texas A&M's ass.
Why rainbows?
Well, LGBTQ plus, got to be pro.
All inclusive. That's what we're here about at Smacking Off the Podcast. Hang on, my daughter's in the sink.
Oh gosh. Inclusive. No homophobic slurs.
Is that what the Rainbow Warriors is that what they were trying to
No, actually it's like something with the Samoan people. They call themselves the Rainbow Warriors. My score prediction for the A&M Auburn game, I'm like 24-14 or like a 24-21 game.
So this is
maybe Bo Nix can shove go up their ass. Bo Nix up your ass. That's my new slogan for the year.
You know how important this game is to the Iron Bowl, right? I mean,
there's
really,
still an outside chance if Ole Miss can beat A&M, then the Iron Bowl is back where it needs to be, because Auburn can beat Bama still and go.
Well, hold on now. If Auburn beats A&M, they've only got one loss in the conference. If they beat A&M, and then who else is left? Mississippi State
and Carolina.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean that they should definitely beat Carolina, and they should beat Mississippi State. I don't know where they're playing State at, but
Auburn.
I mean, we may have an Iron Bowl that's for the SEC West.
Let's back that train up there just for half a second, because there is nobody guaranteed to beat Mississippi State except for possibly Alabama, of course.
Not guaranteed. I just think that they should.
You take the Alabama loss off their resume, and I know it's kind of hard.
And the Memphis loss, they're 7-1.
No. We're going to leave the Memphis loss on there, even though they won that game. We know that.
Yeah.
If you take the Alabama game away and look at their losses, you have 3 losses left, and they were all decided by 4 points or less.
I realize it's a good team. I just think on paper Auburn should be able to beat them.
Mississippi State has grown to be quite dangerous throughout the season, just like Auburn has. That's going to be another game to watch too. Auburn really has a tough road to hoe coming out of this season, and if they
our only guarantee win is Carolina, and Carolina is horrible.
UAB can hang with Carolina this year, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, Troy, they hung around, but then they just didn't have the depth.
They're Troy.
Yeah.
Well, man, I'm going to predict on this game, even though I don't typically do that. I think that Auburn goes over there and gets the win.
I hope you're right, but I can't never pick Auburn. I can't do it. I
got a good feeling this year. I got a really good feeling this year. Auburn's playing with some momentum right now.
Well, we don't really have the players and the depth, but we just play with heart. I mean, that's all Auburn has.
I think Auburn's going to be able to run, and I think that's going to open up a lot.
If Tank plays like he did against Ole Miss, then
Yeah, they're going to have to. Tank is going to have a solid day.
And Bo Nix is going to have to do some crazy shit again.
How do you see this one? How do you see this one, Shannon?
I think it's probably going to get a little crazy down toward the end. I'm expecting both teams to kind of open it up a little bit as the defense wears out, because there's going to be all sorts of just odd looks and, sorts of,
if Calzada doesn't play good, the A&M quarterback, then we will probably beat them pretty good. That's what we need to hopefully try and bank on, is him having an off day and Bo Nix being on fire.
Yeah, well, Bo Nix is going to have to remain on fire, because, again, you're not going to be able to rely on Tank Bigsby going through the rest of the season alone. He's going to have to continue to produce, and Nix is going to have to keep whatever he's got going on right now and continue it out throughout the rest of the season. And
he's playing good and having fun.
Consistency has not been Bo Nix's strong point, though.
But he's been consistent as of late.
And that's, and really, hey, all he has to do is continue to play at this level. And they come away with a win at College Station, which I realistically think it can happen. I really do.
I know it can happen, but it's so hard to bet with Auburn. And, I typically like to put my money where my mouth is, but with Auburn, I don't bet with them on anything. I wouldn't bet $2 because I'd be afraid I'd lose that $2 with Auburn.
I feel like the team that breaks 30 is going to win this one. The first team that breaks 30 is going to win this one.
Oh yeah, definitely. 4 touchdowns should get you the dub.
And there's going to be a lot of touchdowns in this game by both teams. I really honestly believe that. So I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Auburn could walk in there and completely shock everybody and dominate the whole entire game.
We've never lost in the state of Texas. Fun fact: we've never lost in the state of Texas.
I like those odds. Of course, then again, Nick Saban at the very beginning of this year has never lost to any of his assistants. So. And the last one he lost to is coming up Saturday for y'all.
Yep, and he lives in Texas.
He does.
All right. Well, hopefully we can keep that trend going.
But anyway, on my way out, fuck Jimbo Fisher, War Eagle.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, War Eagle. I hope we can get it done. I mean, Harsin, we haven't played bad on the road yet. Penn State's probably our worst performance on the road.
We haven't really even addressed like the biggest controversy with Harsin so far, and that's been his complete just lack of any kind of news on whether he has received his vaccine or not. Which I don't know why.
I think he has, but it's just
it's such a persistent question. Why is that anybody's business?
That's what I'm saying. Like the media keeps on framing it like, oh, he has got it. It's none of your fucking business. That's his personal medical history.
Yep.
I mean, my gosh. If he wants to say, he'll say it.
Well, he don't want to go work in Washington State.
Yeah, he would have been fired.
Yep.
Ask me if I've received my vaccine or not.
Have you?
Okay.
Oh, well, I guess I'll see y'all.
Well, I have definitely. See y'all later.
All right, I'll see you.
Later.
Buy the Life Championship T-shirt today for the low price of $23.49. You will never find a shirt like this again in your entire life. So don't be a tightwad. Cheap motherfucker. Buy this shirt today. Get that shirt and many others at the Smacking Off Spread Shop. Please remember smackingoff.myspreadshop.com for all of your Smacking Off apparel.
They've won the biggest championship, and that's a championship of life.
The Life Championship Top 10 is brought to you by
Bad Month Tires. Guaranteed for the first 48 hours, but then you're on your own. Also by Doyle Hargrave Construction. He ain't fucking around, he gets shit done. Quality craftsmanship at an affordable price.
Here's your Life 10 for this week.
Number 10, the SMU Mustangs. Number 9, the Pitt Panthers. Number 8, the Texas Longhorns. Number 7, the Ole Miss Rebels. Number 6, the Florida Gators. Number 5, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Number 4, the Clemson Tigers. Number 3, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Number 2, the Kentucky Wildcats. And the number 1 team for this week, the Michigan Wolverines.
Smacking Off the Podcast's Battle of the Gurus.
Landon Beamon versus Jerry Looney.
Number 12 seed, Jerry Looney.
Oh, yeah, we're doing the Battle of the Gurus tonight, and we're also joined with hashtag fake profile of Landon Beamon. What's up, homie?
Roll fucking Tide, ladies and gentlemen. How are we?
Roll Tide.
The fucking show.
Roll Tide.
Number 4 seed, Landon Beamon. And I just want to go ahead and put this out there. The number 1 and the number 2 seeds have already fallen.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane.
All right.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Some people can't handle the pressure of being up top.
Yep.
I understand that was a dig at the former guru from last year, champion Justin Pike, who is also Landon Beamon.
And
I don't talk shit about myself.
2 years ago, me and Landon had the best records.
But we didn't have a guru battle back then. We were just going at it and then throwing the records up.
Yeah, that was kind of really the template, if you would. That was back before we actually handed out official titles.
All right, let's do this thing. We've got Ohio State going to Nebraska.
Go ahead, Looney Tunes.
I'm going to go Ohio State 63-0.
All right.
Jerry with Ohio State.
You can put an exclamation point at the end of that. So, yes. 63-0, that's an ass whipping. That is complete disrespect of Scott Frost and what he's done for that program.
I don't think Scott Frost will remain.
Which ain't much.
I think
this was here last season. Sorry.
I'll bet this game goes down to the wire. But Nebraska's going to lose because they always figure out how to lose.
Oh, yeah. Scott Frost is still coach there.
What do you think, Landon?
I'm going to say Ohio State as well, except I'll go 69-0, like Jerry should have said.
Nice.
Confidence. I love it.
Yeah,
All right. Wake Forest. Are we still undefeated? I think what are we, 8-0?
Yeah, they're undefeated.
If you would have told me at the beginning of the season that Wake Forest was going to emerge as the powerhouse from the ACC, I would have laughed my ass off and probably shit myself in the process.
Nah, they've just emerged as the only team that hasn't lost there, but there ain't no fucking powerhouse. There's no powerhouses there.
Can I ask y'all something regarding Wake Forest that I'm curious on? I'm getting everyone's opinions on this.
Okay.
So we can all agree Wake Forest's schedule is terrible, correct?
Yep.
They're in the ACC. We gotta kind of grade on the curve just a little bit. Come on,
Sure.
We do it for Clemson every fucking year.
Now you're getting to my point. So let me ask you something. If Clemson had Wake Forest's exact schedule and they had won the same games as them by the same margins, where would they be ranked tonight?
In the top 4.
Okay,
probably
thank you.
number 2.
Okay. And the only reason I bring that up is because the committee and everybody denies they don't look at teams and the past and all that stuff, but that's 100% bullshit.
You know what? I did not watch the fucking selection committee tonight. What happened?
Oh, there's some mad people. Doug, my check cleared to the committee again. Alabama's number 2.
I was thinking that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But they feel like Alabama and Georgia's got to play each other, so if Bama can't beat Georgia, then they'll be out of it anyway. So.
Yeah, it's gonna suss each other out. Yeah,
it's fine.
And plus, say what Alabama also has, and Georgia also has some key matchups coming up before we get to the championship games. There's still plenty of season left for there to be, if there's going to be any upheaval.
Mm-hmm.
Back to number 10 Wake Forest at UNC.
That's just so crazy to me that Wake Forest is in the top 10. That's just nuts.
I'll go Wake Forest. I think Wake Forest stays undefeated.
I do too. I think it's going to be a hard fought battle. It's not going to be an Army versus Wake Forest type game. I think it's going to be something. It's going to go down to the trenches.
Yeah.
All right. This may have the potential to be an interesting game. We got Liberty coming down to the Grove to take on Ole Miss.
R.I.P. to the strip clubs.
Yep.
That's a really odd. Yeah, that's got to be an awkward game. Is that something that when was that scheduled? That's fast. That's such a fascinating game to me.
I know.
It was scheduled before Hugh Freeze left.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, that's wow. Do they have to face each other anymore after this? Was there maybe more than one game in that agreement?
I don't know.
I wish it'd be a series thing. End of the season. Fuck.
Oh, that is so funny.
Let's do
that
this.
Is so.
Like the Liberty Bowl.
That is so freaking funny.
Yeah. Dude, I guarantee you, Kiffin and Hugh Freeze on Friday night, I bet they get together and go to a strip joint and just.
Oh, they have to, and at the same time though, Hugh Freeze is working at a very different establishment than Ole Miss. I mean, I'm sure there is so much language in his contract it's not even funny as far as where he's allowed to go and what he's allowed to do after the game. You understand what I'm saying? Particularly in the state of Mississippi.
Right. Absolutely.
That is so funny. Oh man, that is such a funny game though. Just the backstory.
Game day should be there. Game day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they have no balls if they won't.
If they're going to Cincy, Tulsa, yeah, absolutely. Liberty, Ole Miss would have been more interesting.
Yeah. If Liberty was coming into this game ranked and undefeated, that would be a bigger thing. Where's Liberty at so far this year? I know they've lost one or two.
You know what?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even look at their record. I just seen Liberty, Ole Miss, and I had to fucking grab it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Liberty will make it interesting, but that's just the backstory there is just hilarious to me, particularly with the two major players at each head coaching position.
Who you got?
I'm gonna take Ole Miss.
Yeah, I just don't see Liberty's defense being any kind of competition.
All right, we're all in agreement here. All right, now this is an interesting game because Michigan State is bound to be flat. Michigan State goes to a capable Purdue team to play Purdue at West Lafayette?
What, do they go to East Lansing?
No, they go to Purdue.
Oh, they go to Purdue. I got you. Okay.
You want me to go first, Landon?
Yeah, you can.
All right. I got a 28-0 Michigan State.
28-0 Michigan State.
Man, I'm going to tell you something. Purdue is – they're pretty good. They're not bad.
Yeah, they're not a bad team. I'm gonna take Michigan State as well. I think Kenneth Walker's a little too much to handle for Purdue.
I believe we're definitely going to need that tiebreaker tonight.
Yeah.
All right. I would like to throw this as the main game for this week, but there's just no way to do it as shitty as LSU is. LSU goes to Alabama.
Boy, I remember when this used to be a hell of a matchup.
Hey, can we make
that wasn't that long ago, like 2 years ago, right?
What, Jerry?
Doug, can we make this score the tiebreaker?
Well, the tiebreaker is actually going to be how many points will Alabama score, but we won't worry about that right now.
All right.
LSU at Bama.
Alabama.
Can I play a song real quick?
You may.
As long as it don't get us sucked. Oh, yeah.
I just wanted to play that because they won't ever get to hear that in a while. They won't get to hear that for a long time, so I just wanted to play it.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, Roll Tide.
Landon, I already put you down for Bama, so.
Thanks.
All right. This may be an interesting game. Tennessee goes to Kentucky.
Tennessee with the upset.
Damn, Jerry, you got me. I'm going to take Tennessee, too.
Fuck both of y'all. I'm taking Kentucky. Dr. Balls, this one's for you, boy.
I don't know. I mean, Kentucky's offense is just struggling. They struggle week after week.
I don't think Tennessee's a bad football team. Josh Heupel's actually done a pretty nice job with them this year, considering where they have been. I really don't think they're a bad team.
Yeah, but I mean, really, they had nowhere to go from where they had been but up, right?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just not on that train just yet. I know everybody's kind of high on him right now, but we've seen this so many times with Tennessee in the past, going on how many years now? 23? 20 or so. I don't know, something
not quite
like
that bad, but
since the Motorola Razor came out, I think is when.
Well, then Butch Jones comes in and everybody gets excited, and we get an 8-win season, and suddenly everybody's just fucking nuts everywhere, and it's ridiculous. I'm tired of this shit. I want Tennessee to be relevant again.
Yeah.
Just make sure they leave the mustard and the golf balls at home.
If we've got to play them every year, they have to be relevant again. That's just where I'm at with it. They're not Mercer, goddammit.
I know.
This may be the hardest game to pick on the whole list, I think. Oregon State goes to Colorado. We need Alvin for this one.
Yeah, we need Alvin Yakatori. Where's he at?
We don't know where Alvin went. Alvin was there 1 minute and gone the next.
Shame.
That man has crazy adventures. I'll let you pick first this time, Lenny.
All right, I'm going to go with the Beavers. Give me the Oregon State Beavers.
Yeah, they look good. I mean, they look decent. Colorado, not so much.
Y'all can say what you want to, but I've never seen a bad-looking beaver.
I have.
She's in Louisiana.
And I'm pretty sure, Shannon, that you have too. Don't make me start talking.
I didn't say. I said bad looking. I didn't say anything about the smell.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I knew what you were stepping at. I knew what you were sniffing around at.
You all right?
I've got Oregon State as well. I don't think Colorado's defense or offense is going to contain them.
You know what? I don't think y'all going to pick different on anything.
I'll make sure one game I'll let Landon pick.
No, don't do that, because the tiebreaker will handle that.
Yeah, don't sacrifice yourself for the greater good. There is no greater good here. It's up to every man for itself.
Landon, remember on the Georgia-Texas game, bowl game?
Do what now?
I told you I picked Georgia for that bowl game when they played Texas, and you changed your pick to Texas.
Oh yeah, that's right, and that's how I won the picks. I've won that thing 3 years in a row.
Okay, let's see here. USC goes to Arizona State.
Give me the Sun Devils.
Both teams are shitty.
Give me the Arizona State Sun Devils. I'll take them.
Yeah, Herm's Sun Devils are definitely better than USC, though. And they're at home.
Damn. Yeah, they're definitely better.
That don't always mean you're going to win, but
Texas A&M.
I'll go Arizona State. I think we'll go with the tiebreaker for the win this week.
Maybe. We got a few more to go, though. You never know. All right. Speaking of Texas at Iowa State. This is actually a hard game to pick.
The pole assassin Texas Longhorns?
Yes.
Y'all have heard about that, right?
No.
You mean
you
Texas
haven't heard about all that shit going on at Texas?
Oh, absolutely, I have. That is one of the funniest stories to come along in a long time. Of course, it does involve a former Alabama assistant that left with Sarkisian to have some good times in Texas, I might add.
Yes. So breaking news and inside sources. So obviously, I live in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
Jeff Banks lived in the subdivision over from me. I have been knowing this man has been with a stripper forever.
So now wait, was he with the stripper here in Tuscaloosa and then carried her to Texas? So this has been a long time. This wasn't he just moved to Texas and suddenly 3 weeks later he just shows up with a stripper girlfriend. Okay, yeah, all right, I get it.
See, Jeff Banks was at Texas A&M under Kevin Sumlin. He was their special teams coach. Mm-hmm. He up and left his wife and kids while at Texas A&M for this stripper.
Oh, wow.
Like, up and left.
So he met her in Texas.
Yes. And then
she's got family in Texas. That's why it was so easy for him to move back to Texas with Sarkisian. Right. I get it. I get it now. I get it. Totally.
So they came over here to Alabama, and he kept her hidden from everybody because obviously he was over here in Alabama. She was African American, and he kept her away. So because he didn't want any backlash, nothing, and plus a stripper thing. And it's funny because the golf course I play at on the 13th hole, Jeff Banks' house was on the 13th hole, and on the back porch you could see the cage where the monkey was kept in.
No. Oh my God!
She had a pet monkey.
Yeah, Doug, have you not heard this story?
You know what? We're gonna have to get into this later because we're gonna lose out on Shannon Russell time here.
That should be fine. So she can wait a minute. This is good. You need to hear
Probably
the
a
story.
stripper anyway. What's it matter? She'll fit right.
Yeah, this is some of her people, but either that or the monkey, one of the two. But finish the story though, because this is a good story, Doug. It's a really good story.
Yeah. So obviously, so that was going on, and then all of a sudden they up and leave with Sark to Texas. Sark and them were next door neighbors here at Tuscaloosa, and when they left to Texas, they obviously bring the monkey and everything like that, the pet monkey. Well, they had Halloween trick-or-treaters show up to their house on Sunday, and one of the trick-or-treaters went to their backyard and stumbled upon the cage, and the monkey bit the kid.
Oh, fuck.
The parents didn't press charges or anything like that, but then a reporter found out about it, posted it on Twitter. And
the headline is gold. Oh, my God, it's so hilarious.
Monkeygate, hashtag Monkeygate. And then Jeff Banks' girlfriend or whatever did a live video on Twitter, went up to the cage and showed there was a do not enter sign that she had just written in highlighter. and it eventually, instead of just not saying anything, she literally, instead of not just saying anything, she just ended up deleting her Twitter after doing all that, instead of letting a lawyer handle it immediately when word got around. She dug herself a major hole.
All right, so this story is going to keep giving to us for a little while here.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
All right, so who we got, Texas or Iowa State?
Iowa State.
Hashtag Monkeygate.
Monkeygate, yes.
Yeah.
I got Texas.
Who?
The different pick. There we go.
There we go. There's the tiebreaker right there.
Maybe. We got one more, so we could still need the tiebreaker. All right, so last game, and I think this is the game of the day. I mean, I can't think of one bigger. Auburn at Texas A&M.
Yeah, it's a big game.
This game has everything to do with it. If Auburn wins this game, then the Iron Bowl may be a big deal. If they don't, then it may not be.
Give me the Aggies. Give me the Aggies in college.
There you go. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. Fuck Auburn.
I can't pick Auburn. It doesn't matter if they're going against some handicap school. I still would pick against them.
All right.
Give me A&M.
All right. We do not need a tiebreaker. So good luck to both of you guys.
God bless to you all.
Visit the Smacking Off the Podcast Amazon store for awesome collegiate apparel. And help to support the podcast by making a purchase. Go to smackology.life/Amazon.
You're down 1,300. Man, you were up. You won the other night.
Yeah. You did not.
What happened?
Did you not see my post I made?
I hadn't seen the most recent one. Now I hadn't really been on that much today. I've been pretty busy.
Yeah, I'm kind of depressed. How was Landon and how was Beamon with Shannon?
It was a very odd.
It was not nearly as spirited as I thought it was. Landon, I think Landon wants to have sex with Shannon Russell, and I don't know if we can hold the two of them apart from each other any longer.
Well, I don't know.
If Shannon Russell comes to Tuscaloosa to see this game, she's going to want him getting away.
Is she going?
I don't think she is, but
she said she is.
You
want to do an over-under on it? Pike's prediction?
What do you mean it wasn't spirited? Were they being mean to each other or something?
Well, I mean, a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. Landon gave us directions to her house.
She made a mistake. She was talking about one of LSU's players and identified him as a tight end, and apparently he was a running back. And Landon did not let her forget it through the whole segment.
No, it got pretty brutal. But Landon, hey, to Shannon Russell's credit, she handled it like a champ. She blew her rape whistle, and everything was cool.
She really did. She had a rape whistle.
She had a rape whistle for this segment.
Just imagine what could have happened if you would have had a rape whistle, Pike.
That one time.
I would have blown it.
Yeah, you did blow it. Whether you wanted to or not, right?
Get the fuck out of here, dude. All right.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Fuck Timothy Ray Bailey.
You did.
Hold up now.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you would have called that you fucking him, but you know.
You just said the other day he was David Marshall. So which is it? He's the second coming of David Marshall.
He's close.
Did David Marshall rape you too?
No. David Marshall was a very nice guy. Like he plays like he's very like mean and stuff on the internet, but he's actually a really nice guy.
I can believe that.
Yeah. I stayed at his house.
Yeah, you took your helicopter down there. I've heard the story.
Mm-hmm. And I met all the ball. I was like a celebrity when I was down there.
You got to go out on the lake, didn't you?
Yeah, it was about I can't remember. This was 5 years ago now.
Okay, so we got bad news. But we'll tell you in a minute. Go ahead, Shannon.
Well, I was just going to say that there's a lot of STDs in that lake, but go ahead, Doug.
Okay, so Landon Beamon is you, right? Y'all are the same person.
Hashtag fake profiles.
So Landon went ahead and did your lock of the week a second ago.
So we're good. We're actually just going to go ahead and I guess in the segment here, man, we appreciate you coming on.
Something about the Braves winning the World Series tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's pretty easy to do. Say when they're up 6-0, but everybody wants to make fun of me when I lose money, but that's great.
Well, I mean, look. This is nothing to be down about. This is just a down day. That's it. You'll be back up tomorrow. You'll be up 1,700 tomorrow, so it's going to be fine.
You'll have a blessed night.
Are you leaving? Are you not giving us a lock of the week?
Lock of the week. I'm not going to shoot myself.
Oh.
And that's your Justin Pike lock of the week.
See you guys.
See you
later.